Yo, what's up, y'all? And welcome to the Made YouTube. Of course, I am Ktone, CEO of Made Music Group. This is going to be a candid one-on-one where we talk about some real topics. First off, before we even go in too deep, I want you all to subscribe to us, www.mademusicgroup.net. Again, that's www.mademusicgroup.net. I want y'all to go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube. Click that bell, hit that like button. Be sure you subscribe, show that support. It's gonna be real, something y'all gonna enjoy. Got some nice stuff coming up for you. Ktone, CEO, Made Music Group.
All right, y'all, let's get into it. And again, I'm here with Ktone, our CEO of Made Music Group. So, what really made you come up with the idea of Made? And let the people know here exactly what Made means and the idea and the concept and where we're trying to go with Made Music Group as a label.
Okay, so MADE is an acronym. It stands for Music Artist Developmental Education. And the idea actually came from Tupac. You know Tupac Shakur, so y'all heard the song Made Man, you know, and in that cadence, Tupac was talking about a made man in the mafia style, so having a decision maker in the mafia. Well, you know, we're coming a little bit different. You know, what we're trying to do is present a made man that is bossed up in terms of business, you know, so having all your paperwork done, having everything that it takes to really officially run a business and become made in the sense of legitimate paper, you know what I mean? Because we can't do that. You know?
Let me just kind of get into the whole trap music idea of things. So as Made coming out, we represent everything that's positive. We really want to put out a made man, and the quality of our music, the sound of our music is really all positive. So kind of explain to the people what your idea of trap music is and how you think we're different and how you think we're going to stand out from that.
Okay, right now, trap music to me in my history has represented a hustle, you know, has represented a level of street poetry, you know, so in other words, it gives you a vision that comes from the young man or young woman that is out and involved in the city in a hustling kind of way that's telling you the story of what's going on inside of the city, you know, what's needed to protect themselves. Many of us are rebels in the system that we are fighting to understand. So, you know, that trap narrative is prevalent in that.
So I really want to get into the independency of our record label. So I want you to tell our viewers and let everybody know exactly why we started our own record label, why we chose the independent route, and why we didn't just sign on to another record label.
Okay, great series of questions. So I'm gonna try to break all that down.
Break it on down for them.
There's a lot of complication in that. But so let me just start at the top and what we call the hierarchy. And you know, I don't say any company names, but we're gonna talk about the big four. And what does it mean to be a true independent? And really, I say the big four. These are the companies that, and there are four of them, that have the ability to put your platform out worldwide. And I'm not talking about just online. We're talking about radio presence. We're talking about billboards in all of the cities worldwide, the major presence that you want to have, the interviews, everything that it physically takes to set up. So one of the myths out here, and I hate to, you know, rain on people's parade, but we're gonna keep it real. It ain't no true independence. What we're actually doing right now, when you talk independent, is a label that's came out and they've got their paperwork. So Made, we have our LLC. We have all that legalized and set up through the state of Missouri, which is where we're present at right now. So, and that's something that's important. We have all of our copyrights registered, so all of our music, you know. We are titled right now through our distribution company. Again, this is a video, you know, we have a specific distributor that we're working with online. It's only a couple of those, so y'all know who they are. I'm not going to, again, endorse or say nothing about that because you'll make those choices. But what you're trying to do as an independent, when you hear people say as an independent, you're building a platform. Through that platform, what you want to do is gather an audience that gives you the ability to have a voice. When you became heard, or when you become heard through your audience, then you have a bartering tool. You know, so if I come to you with an interview and we're sitting down and I say, hey, I want you to, and you're the record label, you're the big company, I want you to sign me. You know,
Sign
this is
me.
right. You know, you're gonna ask me, well, you know, let me see your resume. You know, what do you have on the table? You know what I mean? And even if I don't have any experience, but I sound to you like the best thing. You know, my sound is awesome, such and such. I just don't have anything on her. You're gonna hire me, but you're not gonna hire me at the same rate of pay as somebody who comes in with that resume. Hey, well, I've been here. This is how many viewers I've got. This is
You just want to make sure that you're coming in prepared at all times.
You're going to be able to barter a better deal for yourself. So this is how you boss up. So, and again, a lot of people don't look at it like that, but it's a job. You know, you're basically asking them for something. So you want to have a weight in what you're asking for. So it's a very important question. Also, when you go in and you give over that weight and you don't have that resume, they can say, well, you know what? I like you, but I need to suggest that you do this because I've been here before and you don't have any experience. Can you change your sound? Can you put out this? Or can you talk about what I like you to talk about? You know, and for too long, this has been happening in our community. You know, when you boss up and you get out there and you have a message that the people follow, then you have the people believing in you, then you can come with, you know, that background force. That's what, you know, other artists have been talking about for so long. And then part of that goes into something else I'd like to discuss with you, you know, which is just, you know, how artists are paid. And, you know, you get what they call an industry standard a lot of times. And a lot of times that percentage, you know, and I'm just going to give you a roundabout, may look to something like 12 to 13%. You know, of what your overall royalties or what your overall income is. On this particular label, for example, you know, ours, we look to triple that or double that at least in what we're giving artists. Coming from Made Music Group, that's revolutionary, that's never been done before. When you really talk about bossing up your community, then you're not afraid to pay those around you and empower their families as well. So I'm not looking to, as a record label owner, come in and charge you $5,000 for a studio I paid $1,000 for. I'm not finna sit here and charge you $20,000 for a feature that I paid $5,000 for.
We're not trying to rip nobody off
this
here.
This is clean, you know.
Completely transparent between ourselves and the artists.
And that's what makes it real. You know, I've heard that, and there's a rumor that, you know, positive rap ain't gonna make it.
Right.
You know, that you have to have some kind of smut. You gotta talk about sex, you gotta talk about the drugs, you can talk. Yeah, we can talk about all those same issues, but it's the viewpoint on it, whether it's something you want to endorse and support, or whether you talk about the other sides and the effects that those things have on people. So in other words, you know, it ain't just I'm using the drugs to hustle, it's another side of it, what the drugs is doing to the people and how the drugs got the community. You know what I'm saying? So when you say made, our artists are going to come out with the understanding of community first. You know, this is what we're trying to promote. And this is what I feel like people are scared of. Music for a long time has been an emotional outlet for people. You know, it hits at your core. And if you can get to the emotional outlet of the people, and that's where we're trying to take it back to, then you have that resonance, you know. Autotune, let's talk about that. Do you hear that a lot? What do you hear people saying about the autotune?
Really, for me, I just hear a lot of people saying that they just want something different. They're really tired of the sound that they're hearing right now. They're tired of all of this trap music. They're tired of hearing about sex, drugs, and everything in between. One of the great things about Made, or just even Malik the King in general, is how positive his music is. The fact that you can go anywhere and play his music. You can go from a 5-year-old's birthday party, and you can go all the way up to Fox News or CNN or any one of those stations and have Malik's music played, because it's all clean, but it's something that you can jam to. It's something that you can be excited about. And that is why I want you guys to make sure you guys are subscribed to our channel on our website. Again, mademusicgroup.net, because Malik will be releasing his song November 27th. He's going to have his single coming out with our legendary DJSno, which is also CEO on this label. I want to make sure that you guys download all of the information. It'll be in the description box below where you guys can find his music. So yeah, let's get back into it.
Okay, and again, you know,
just want to give him a little self-plug there,
you know,
a little shout out from Malik.
And it's all good, you know, and that's what it's all about. You always want to give that promo out. And for y'all who didn't know, I'm gonna just give you a little rundown. You know, myself, I'm an artist. I came out on Can I Live Entertainment. I learned a lot from it. Can I Live Entertainment? It's a black-owned label that came out about 20 years ago here in St. Louis. You know, they're still in the game. You know, I give them shots out. I wish them the best. But they taught me a lot. That label went through some things with their management, with some people and some guys that I consider to be my brothers and really close to me. And when it doesn't succeed and you have so much invested, you know, then it takes a lot out of you. So I wish them the best. I wish them lots of love. But that tells you why I'm doing the things the way I'm doing it, because I've been in the shoes of an artist. I've been there in the studio. I put the hours in. You know what I'm saying? I have done those things. And so I know the power of music and lyric and what it means to have a voice. So again, I want to, like I say, keep things candid and keep things on a just straight up visionary level with what we're trying to do.
So I don't really have any other questions for you. Is there anything else that you want to let our viewers know?
I'm gonna end this out. I don't want to take all this time, but we said we're getting candy, y'all. We're gonna show them something different, that we can support positivity. It all starts with you all subscribing and being a part of this movement, musical movement that we're doing in St. Louis, the Midwest, where we're gonna start out and move from here on to the country. So music, artists, developmental education, Made Music Group. But most of all, we're trying to make a difference, and we're trying to put a small dent that can cause a wave reaction and really have an impact in our community. You believe in love, you believe in positivity that we can make with our music and the real soul of our people. And when I say our people, it's not black or white. You be a music lover, then you love the emotion that it brings you. So real music lovers who love sound, this is the rap that you want to come back to.
All right, y'all.
Ktone, y'all.
Thanks for your support.